The Ballad Between an Angel and a Heaven-Piercing Cat by Roy. Oh, it's a different one. After Ballads and Requiems, I returned back home. Okay. What are the tags for this guy? A lot of characters. Goku? Okay, I think that's enough characters. I'm not going to read those further. Goku is here. Tags, there is definitely something wrong with me. Crack treated seriously. Cigarettes. Making out. Drama. Psychological drama. Psychological trauma. Umris. Umris AU. Great. Request meme. Gay. I haven't posted anything on AO3 before, so I'll add a lot of tags. That's by default. You don't need to include that. Pre-canon. Canon compliant. Romantic angst. Awkward sexual situations. That's a tag I'd be a bit worried to click on. But I say that as someone who tagged election trucking with tentacles, so... Oh well. Yeah, Goku's here. I can't wait. Goku's gonna show up, but only to argue with Pizzapants about whether he could beat up Superman. Then he's gonna leave. Oh, okay. Take a sip of tea. Let's go. Chapter 1. Where am I? Who am I? This was made as a test for myself to see if I could somehow railroad the plot enough to achieve the ending I first thought of after hearing about Azzypants. This is intended to take place in canon pre-Umris. Great. If you're reading this out loud, hopefully you can pronounce the letter It appears around twice. It's a schwa. I think it's just which is... You pronounce it all the time, it's just not usually written. Dialogue goes back and forth 97% of the time, including narration. Okay. It's all like Undertale narration. Cool. A non-peculiar warm light fills the maroon room. The clinking of the door chime and the dialogues of those who Asriel had met a lifetime ago are drowned out by his thoughts, even if his physical actions and expressions may suggest otherwise. Sitting next to Mom, Dad, and a human teenager, Asriel continues to converse and make eye contact with the extroverted purple cat in front of him, and throughout from outside. Is this a screenplay? Who's some ambiguous voice? You should have told me you came back! Is Caddy here? Is that... As the strange brown cat decimates the door... Oh, it's Pizzapants. Decimates the door and bolts toward Asriel, destroying every monster who dared be in its path. Destroying them. He strangely feels a sense of relief. Maybe he didn't have to feel guilty about such things, after all. It'll all be over now. Was that a dream? What a weird fucking... Have we replaced Birdley's, like, snake dream with Asriel dreaming about Pizzapants? Yeah, Pizzapants pepinoed him. As Pizzapants is just speeding at you in a tornado of limbs at 200 miles per hour. Asriel wakes up. It appears that several hours have passed and dusk has shifted into nightfall. The forest. Merathoth's motorcycle. Excuse you? Who is he talking to? Who is he talking to? How do I voice it? I have to read ahead to figure out who the fuck he's talking to. Oh. Merathoth. Who the fuck is Merathoth? Andrew, I haven't watched your videos in a while. What the fuck happened to you, my guy? Nothing happened. It's always been like this. Definitely. Merathoth's his real name. Pizzapants. Was that in the tags? It wasn't. Oh my god. I know this is very funny in general, but as someone who's trying to, like, read this out loud and voice it, It's a bit of a struggle. Alright, Merithoth is Pizzapants. Good to know. I'm assuming this had a really funny story behind it in ACDS that I just missed. The forest. Merithoth's motorcycle.
That's what happens when you keep just driving west until the storm and horde of Asriel fangirls and concerned parents fades out of view.
Well, what? What does that mean? You carried me on your motorcycle? Why? Was I unconscious?
I sort of ran into you while making my dramatic entrance. Sorry about that. And, well, you seemed pretty bored for a few seconds, so I got a look at you, and I just popped you right on the back seat in the midst of everyone's shock.
So you're saying you kidnapped me?
I thought of it as a trip down memory lane, like how I used to cruise around.
Alright. We've immediately, like, Burger Pants just kidnapped Asriel. I don't even know, like, Asriel, all that's happened so far is that Asriel woke up from a dream and he's been kidnapped by Burger Pants. Like, that's the premise so far. There's no establishing shot. Fuck you. It's just like, deal with it. Ellipses. Merithoth lights up a cigarette and smokes.
You wanna sit by the lake? It's where we built that shed as kids.
Asriel nods. Asriel and Merithoth both sit on two of the row of boulders that partially surround the lake, facing the shed that's on the other side. You've started smoking, huh?
Well, of course I have. Not much else to look forward to these days besides, alright. Well, you're not gonna believe this.
Merithoth takes out his phone and quickly scrolls through his downloads folder. After an awkward, silent dozen minutes, he finds the photograph he was looking for. Oh, angel. I think that's an exclamation, like, oh god, and not Azriel calling Pizzapants angel as a diminutive term. That's first how I interpreted that. Oh, angel, you took that you took that long to show me a JPEG of pizza.
JPEG? You misunderstand. That's my new girlfriend's swimsuit. Stacked, no.
Azriel's previously rory-pilled expression quickly changed into a smile. He couldn't stop laughing. You can't do that to me, man. Fuck. As soon as I went for, like, British but kind of laughing, it turned into, like, pyrocynical or something. You can't do that to me, man. You want me to choke?
I'm sorry. I just had to. The photo's actually from Brady's. She's been trying
What? Trina? So you took the word Trina, which is by default pronounced Trina, and you wrote it with the phonetic alphabet to make sure I pronounced the schwa. How would you type that normally? Trina. T-R-Y-I-N-A? Trina? I don't know. It's avant-garde to say the least.
She's been trying to catfish me with it. I did get tricked at first, but I found...
Are you fucking with me? But I found funny.
So I've been playing along.
Asriel's cackling dies down after a few seconds. I haven't laughed like that in a while. Ellipsis. Hey, what are you thinking about all of a sudden? Trina. There it is. T-R-Y-I-N''A. That also works.
I wanted to ask that too. You've been looking like you're about to do something drastic.
We're leaning hard into the phonetic spelling. It's nothing. I tripped 3 times over that typo, sorry. It's just that I wasn't informed about Mom and Dad being separated until now, is all. Oh shit. Jaru theory is accurate. No one could contact him in college.
Well, come on, I'll give you a cig.
I'm not too sure how my mom would like that.
Come on, just try it.
Asriel reluctantly takes the cigarette from Merithoth and lights it for him. Asriel attempts to smoke. Wow, that's so good.
You're supposed to inhale, dumbass.
Man, keeping the voices straight, that's a challenge. I told you, it's just not for me.
Maybe I just don't have the right one.
He quickly swaps the cigarettes from his and Asriel's mouth. Oh shit. What? You what, mate? You what? What you looking at? What's it to you? That's how that's pronounced, I assume.
Come on, Azzy, you were thinking about doing that yourself. If you're planning on drowning yourself in that lake, at least smoke with me before you do it.
Why was Asriel going to drown himself in the lake? What? I'm so confused. I'm sorry. I'm so confused. Or that is a reference to the fan art that Mel drew. True. The indirect cigarette kiss. Asriel's gonna remember later that even though his first kiss tasted like barf, his first indirect kiss tasted like nicotine. Asriel doing a quirl. I was gonna say, it's weird. Okay, it's not. This is like Boss Baby vibes. I have not read much fan fiction outside of these streams. I have read very few, like a single-digit number of fan fiction, but one of them, the only one in fact that's not from that one author, was a Hollow Knight fan fiction about Quirrell, and of course a major plot point is Quirrell kills himself in a lake. So it's, you know, it's weird that it happened twice, is what I'm trying to say. We have a very small sample size, and a lot of lake killing. Alright. I just... Asriel stops his notably lengthy sequence of embarrassed glottal stops. And temporarily takes up the cigarette, taking a deep breath. Is this fanfic sponsored by, like, the International Phonetic Association or something? Well, I wish you didn't say it like that.
You know me, I never give you any worthless pity.
Burger Pants based. Marathoth size. I mean, Pizzapants. Outsins digging the normalization of Boss Baby vibes as a term. It's very good. It conveys a very specific meaning. Yes, it was stag beetles and broken legs. How well known is that one? The reason I read it, it's because it was a direct recommendation from Courier New, who's like my pocket fanfic author, who I read all his stuff, right? And I was like, okay, if it's a direct recommendation, then I'll look into it. And it was indeed very good. You could really tell it was co-written though. The quality fluctuated wildly between the writers, but mostly it was very good. Anyway, enough Hollow Knight fan fiction. Enough of that. I have to keep up with what's going on here. Marathoth sighs.
Jokes aside, Azzy, I don't want you to hurt yourself because of something that wasn't even your fault.
I left Chris alone in that house. She fuck the tongue twisters, Roy, stop. Sells cheese on the seashore. They were left all alone. Jesus fuck.
You did, but killing yourself won't help with any of that, now will it?
It's so disorienting that like suicidal Asriel has just been like dropped into the plot here, like a sack of like wet bricks or something. How to defeat Andrew Cunningham. I am defeatable. It's like in the British accent too. What the fuck is a British accent? It's an English accent. There is no such thing as a British accent. Unless it's one of those people who genuinely doesn't know the difference and they just vacillate between like every possible European accent at once when trying to do an English accent. That's British. I think what I'm doing is at least constrained to like the country of England. Not one region of England, but like at least within the borders of the country.
You did, but killing yourself won't help with that now, will it?
Well, for now at least, let's just look at the gorgeous moon rising. I know a couple of... Fuck off! 58? Is that French? Like... I know the French numbers, kind of. 50? Is that 58? Fuck, I think that's 58. It's Spanish? It is 58, okay. I know a couple of 58s who would kill for that.
58?
I'm not completely devoid of skill. I've been taking Spanish classes. Asriel softly giggles. I know it's not Spanish, but Asriel said it was.
That's French, you moron.
Watching the brilliant moonrise, Asriel realized that his conversation with Merithoth had been the only one he's actually paid attention to today. Asriel decided to stop thinking about his parents and sibling for Merithoth's sake. He giggled. Roy wrote this as a trick to embarrass me on stream. It's true. It's literally true. This is like trying to gargle rocks. It's not going down smooth. That's Burger Pants saying 58. How badly can you blame me though? Like if the dialogue is just alternating, right? So if you lose track, you just get desynced and nothing will ever fix it. Okay, chapter 2. It's what they call Chris. The moon appears to have started setting. Asriel decides that he's been sitting on these boulders long enough and turns toward Merithoth so that he can talk about it. I think we've been here long enough, Mari. Oh, for fuck's sake. I think that's an Omori reference.
I was waiting for you to say that. My ass has been killing me for 2 hours.
Pizzapants' voice is turning into Rory. The problem with the Pizzapants voice that I want to do is that it requires like a relaxed vocal cords. It requires my voice not to be tired from talking a bunch, and it requires me to not be trying to project, and none of those are conducive to like the setting here. So it's I keep missing the mark on the voice I'm trying to do. Make Asriel Alex now. Oh, new voice. All right. I'll take a new Asriel voice request.
Hey yo, the Pizzapants here. If I just do this voice the whole time, my throat's gonna be bleeding within 10 minutes.
It would be funny though.
Yeah, I think we've been here long enough, Mari. I'll start heading back.
Oh no, that was Asriel's line. You're the one who didn't mention that.
Well, no point dwelling on it now. You wanna hop on my cycle?
No thanks, I'm squeamish at the sight of blood. I'll just walk through the forest so that no one sees me. What does that mean? I don't get the joke, Asriel. Disappointed at Asriel's lame joke, Merithoth silently leaves on his sick motorcycle. Asriel walks northeast through the forest and eventually reaches his home. Due to his aerobatic skills? Is that like a combination of acrobatic and aerobic? It's like one of those weird like new fitness courses. Aerobatics, it's the hot new thing. You go into a sauna and jump between trapezes for 2 hours. Was that a period joke? Oh my god, that really was a shitty joke, Asriel. I would silently leave too if you tried to make that joke. Asriel walks northeast through the forest and eventually reaches his home. Due to his aerobatic skills, Asriel is able to climb up and enter through the window into his room. As opposed to using... Okay, that's just how he rolls. The human named Chris appears to be asleep. Asriel mostly undresses himself, but thankfully keeps his boxers and tank top he wore under his suit. He just wears a suit by default? That's some lore. Asriel heads to bed and falls asleep. Wait, we have 100 viewers? Why do all the stupidest fucking streams get 100 viewers? Jesus Christ. Well, I'm glad you all showed up. The human appears to be moving. They eject themselves out of bed and onto the carpet. They are reaching out their arm in Asriel's direction while facing the door. Chris uses the they them. This is the... I don't know. Was this supposed to be Umris compliant? I think so, but I don't care. I don't give a shit. I don't know what's happening anymore. They are reaching out their arm in Asriel's direction while facing the door. They rip out the soul from their body and lock it into the birdcage. They exit through the door. The sound of a sink running nearly entirely drowns out the faint sound of heavy breathing. They enter the room. They open the birdcage and place their soul inside of themselves. They go onto their bed and appear to go to sleep. Psychic damage fanfiction. It really is. Asriel awakes at 10:36 a.m. What's the meme? Is that a random number? 10:36? 10:36? I don't know if it's a reference. The human appears to be sitting on a chair next to him. Why is it Chris described as the human? Do they not know each other? Implying that it is likely Saturday, as they would be at school or church otherwise. Very true. Asriel's Alex now.
Oh, hey buddy, what are you sitting next to me for? I haven't.
They mention that they have not seen Asriel in a few years, which causes them to miss him.
Right, but I'm here now, aren't I? Can you let me go brush my teeth? I promise we'll do something fun, just us.
The human moves their chair and themselves out of the way so that Asriel may do so. Asriel gets up and goes to brush his teeth. Afterwards, he looks around for Mom. Asriel sees her, and she sees him. She does not appear to be happy. Oh, you woke up.
Did he tell you what happened?
Naturally. I called that Pizzapants about 100 times yesterday, and out of all the times, he only picked up during the dead of night.
Well, sorry, Mom. It was mostly his fault, though.
I'm unclear. Did Asriel randomly try to kill himself? Is that the premise? That actually was a thing that happened. Because I'm still unclear on like how the opening of that scene where like he was with Pizzapants in the motorcycle. I wasn't sure how he ever got there, and then Pizzapants just sort of said that like it looked like you were going to kill yourself. I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know. Has Asriel just gotten back from college? I can't remember. Onion Sun tried to drown him. I just joined the stream. What the hell is this? This is a weird fanfic. I'm reading viewer fanfics. That's the stream. Your reading is, I think it's like Asriel is depressed with family. Pizzapants sees this and kidnaps him. Lake scene, present time. Okay, sure. Ellipsis.
Oh, can I treat Chris to Icy's pizza? I haven't hung out with them in ages.
Oh, sure. Just make sure you two get back home. I've called the town to meet here again for your return home. What? What do you mean, Toriel? What does that mean?
Oh, we will, thanks.
Asriel calls the human to come downstairs so they can both get pizza. The human comes downstairs, and they both exit their home, getting to Icy's Pizza in a few minutes. They both enter and go to the cashier, who appears to be Merithoth, but might not be. He just appears to be. She called the entire town. Why? Why did she do that? Who's talking? Is this why Mom called you Pizzapants? I'm assuming it's Asriel? Huh, is this why my mom called you Pizzapants? Or do you just show bratty photos? Or do you just show Bratty's photo to everyone?
Come on, Azzy. You missed the pants part. Well, maybe the job is why your mother calls me that. She'd faint if I showed her the photo.
Haha, yes, she would. Well, anyway, can me and Chris get a medium-sized pepperoni pizza with feta cheese?
It's can Chris and I, Asriel. That's grammatically incorrect.
The human looks at Asriel with a neutral face, though it still seems to be a suggestion of something. Oh, right. Can I get a large pepperoni pizza with feta cheese? Sure thing, Azzy.
Sure thing, Azzy. Coming right up.
Chris didn't want to order the pizza, I think? Or was Chris actually correcting the grammar? It's hard to read. Having no narration, it's you really have to, like, every line of dialogue is like an interpretive reading to, like, visualize what's happening. Everything's implicit. Chris is the human, yes.
Sure thing, Azzy. Coming right up.
Asriel and the human sit down at the northwest table. Despite arriving later, Asriel and the human get their concerning pizza before the other customers do. Asriel splits up the pizza so that he gets 4 slices and the human gets 6. While delivering pizzas to the other customers, Merithoth strikes up conversation.
So, Chris, you got a partner yet?
What? Of course they don't. What does Asriel think Pizzapants means? Like, for the school project, right? And not like, are you married? Because Chris seems to be replying, Noel. Which is, like, in Umris, Chris and Noel are married, but isn't Chris, like, 15 years old here? The human mentions that Noel has been eyeing them recently. I think fuck me. Why is it so hard? Pizzapants is asking if Chris is dating anyone. Which is kind of a weird thing to ask your bro's little sibling, but, you know, okay. That's kind of a weird thing to ask, Pizzapants. Yeah, so he means, like, girlfriend, boyfriend, gender neutral friend, you know. It just, but in context, it was like, do you have a partner for the class project, is what I thought. The music stopped. We can go back to the one shot now. We skipped over a couple of these playlists. The human mentions that Noel has been eyeing them recently, albeit likely due to malicious and calculated romantic reasons rather than irregular ones. This makes Asriel a bit uncomfortable, but Merithoth appears to completely ignore the details of what they said. Asriel goes to comment on his emotions.
Oh, I see. Damn it, Chris. I knew you were the sort of stoic baseball player type, but I didn't think you'd be that good at picking up chicks.
Yeah, a few minutes pass. Merithoth, unfortunately, goes to make another joke.
God damn, Chris, you're really obliterating my girlfriend there, eh?
But it's the fucking... the human does not react and continues the vicious mauling of their pizza slices without hesitation. After another few minutes, both the human and Asriel are done eating. This is so unbelievably awkward. Just like he's on duty, right? He's at work. Pizzapants is at work. He's just loitering with Chris and Asriel. Chris and Asriel don't even seem to like each other. They don't seem to have any relationship whatsoever, or like ability to communicate. and like Pizzapants is carrying the conversation by like making really awkward remarks about Chris getting a girlfriend, and no one really wants to talk. Like this feels like humorous, in that everyone is just like miserable, which it's canon compliant, which I guess is the point.
Wow, there's really nothing like a hometown pizza. Just like I remember it from our Super Smash and Fighter sessions. I asked Mom about the CD yesterday, but she said we donated it.
It was just Asriel talking. Shit, I can't tell.
She said we donated it and that we only had the controllers now. Actually, we could just play Super Smashing Fighters 2 at the computer lab, right? Come on, let's go.
The human asks if they could both play games on Asriel's computer instead.
What? Why? Isn't that worse? We just have one screen and we'd have to...
The human is insistent about both playing on Asriel's computer, even if it may be objectively worse in every way, explaining how they don't want their friend Susie to find out about a secret. The secret... This is like some four-dimensional... So what does that imply? Like, if they play Super Smashing Fighters on the computer lab, later in Chapter 2, when they go to the Dark World, and Susie sees the cyber world, Susie might see Chris's search results room or something, which would contain evidence that they played Super Smashing Fighters? Is that what the implication is? Birdley's dead body is in the computer lab. This is Umris compliant though, so Birdley can't be dead. It's 5-dimensional. Yeah. Chris doesn't want Susie to know that they're a gamer. Maybe.
Susie? I haven't heard that name before. Well, sure. If you want to go home and play, we can.
As the human and Asriel go to exit the poor excuse for a restaurant, they hear the sound of walking behind them.
Hey, my shift's over in a few minutes. Wait here for a bit, I want to come with you.
Cool, just invite yourself to the sleepover, Pizzapants.
Then we'd be, we do have 3 controllers because of Dad wanting to join us, but we'd be connecting 3 controllers to a computer, and we'd all have to look at the one tiny-ass monitor.
Come on, Azzy, let's leave this miserable place.
If you insist.
You like the Pizzapants voice? I'm trying so hard. Oh, Chris just wants to play on an old CRT because it reduces the latency. Right. Chris is like a sweaty as fuck fox main. Like they're in the pro circuit while Asriel wasn't looking. It's corrupted Rory. That's sort of what it's turning into, yeah. You just realized how Goku plays into the story. You what? Excuse me? How did you realize that? Excuse me. I don't think I understand. Alright, if you say so. After sitting back down at the table and waiting for a few minutes, Merithoth appears from the shadows of apparent hell and exclaims that he has finally escaped its crevices. All 3 exit the building and make their way to Asriel's home. Entering, Asriel calls for Mom, and she makes her way downstairs.
Mom! I brought Mari home to play Super Smashing Fighters 2 with me and Chris. I hope you don't mind. Any idea as to where the controllers are?
Well, it's fine. Make yourself at home. The controllers are under your bed. Asriel thanks Mom, and they make their way to Asriel's room, Asriel and the human's room. It's so fucking weird, the dichotomy. Like, Toriel is just Mom, and Chris is just the human. When did Goku exist? Goku was in the tags. If you've played Smash Flash 2, you would also know. Oh, I don't even know what that is. Oh, Super Smash Flash? Did I just misread that? I've never heard of that, actually, but I'm assuming it has Goku in it, because of course it does. While he hurts his snoot on the way down, Asriel eventually sees and obtains the controllers under the bed. Asriel goes to his computer and notices that it already appears to be turned on and accessing a web page. The page seems to display a peculiar human with long brown hair, a black eye patch and a red hoodie, and a black shirt with a green alien symbol on its front. The human appears to have been hit by a brick in a sewer, yet is still managing to hold up a sign that says, "Go to Dr. Is Pi and other space .neocities.org." I think I know the website. Is that a working link? Otherspace.neocities does not work. Doctor is Pi and? I can't access the website, it seems. That is just Dr. Is Pi's NeoCities page. It's, look, they're in chat right there. Oh, yeah, other spaces JDs. You're right. If only there was a link there that I could click on for a bit, but there is not. Asriel quickly exits the page and minimizes his game, which may or may not see the light of day. Asriel goes to an EXE of Super Smashing Flashers 2. Why did they say 3? All 3 sit... Oh, it's because it's right there. Yeah, brains are weird sometimes. All 3 sit down on Asriel's bed and plug in their controllers. This setup is shit. Like, Asriel was right. The bed is like 10 feet away from a computer screen. There's not enough space on the bed for sure. They're all trying to sit on the bed. And Pizzapants probably still reeks of grease from work. He probably just reeks of cheese.
Here we are. It's a shame the browser version doesn't work anymore, eh?
The human nods.
How come you never played this with me, Azzy?
Well, it's just a ripoff of the actual game, Super Smashing Fighters.
Super Smashing Fighters doesn't have Goku, though, does it?
Haha, true. Though to be honest, I mainly never had us play it, because it was sort of mine and Chris's special thing. Both fighters and flashers.
Merathoth leans in Asriel's direction, facing Asriel's face.
You're just gonna ignore what happened yesterday?
Come on, you know what I meant.
Azzy, why?
The human gets up and walks out of the room, entering the bathroom. The sound of a sink running can once again be heard. Fuck, dude, you made it so awkward that Chris went to rip their soul out. That's how awkward it was to listen to you two, like, whisper back and forth.
Oh, right, little buddy. I'm sorry, Azzy. I wasn't thinking straight.
It's fine. Make it up to me by getting Chris out of the bathroom.
Sure, you got it.
What kind of request is that? This is so awkward the player was done with their shit. That wasn't even Chris's decision. Me in real life. I just, like, marched Chris downstairs into the bathroom to escape the dialogue.
Buddy, you there? Sorry for that. I forgot you were missing your brothers this entire time. If you come out, I'll leave, and you can hang out with your bro. Are those all right terms?
The sound of the sink fades out. The human opens the door, not looking at Merathoth whatsoever. They walk out of the house. Mom notices them exit in her peripheral vision while she is reading a homophobic critique of... what? A homophobic critique of Azathoth. Excuse me, what? What? What is that? What does that mean? You can't just say a homophobic critique of Azathoth. Like Azathoth, the Lovecraftian god? Was Lovecraft homophobic? I don't think Lovecraft knew what sex was. I think Lovecraft was too afraid of all romantic relationships to even be homophobic. Lovecraft was everything phobic. But I'm saying, like, he was equally heterophobic in that case. But I don't think Azathoth was homophobic. Mostly, he just was a universe-sized ball of maddening flesh that floated around asleep and had no thoughts whatsoever, but had enough power to destroy reality or something. That's mostly what Azathoth did. Outson says 1000% homophobic. Lovecraft was scared of fucking air conditioning, says chat. Wait, didn't Lovecraft die? Like, in the last years of Lovecraft's life, didn't he have, like, an obsession with air conditioning where he would, like, keep his apartment so cold that he was, like, he had, like, his health declined because of it? He had some weird thing with air conditioners. Lovecraft was just, like, completely bonkers. It's a reference to the ship name being Azzypants. Oh my god. Is that what the name is? This is... Everything is going too far over my head. I can't reach it. I need like a badminton racket to catch these fucking references. Alright. Chris. Marathoth... Oh, is that Burger... Marathoth, I mean... Marathoth goes closer to the exit door so that Toriel can see him.
I think Chris wants to be alone for a while.
Marathoth, what happened? Marathoth takes a deep breath in and out.
I made a somewhat immature joke to your son. I think I made Chris uncomfortable. I'm sorry.
May I suggest you leave my home? Oh my god, Toriel's just like kicking him out. She doesn't even know what happened. But I guess it's the homophobia, right? That's just the homophobia talking. Pizzapants' custom name as Marathoth was an elaborate reach around to make the ship name Azathoth and his nickname Mari, I assume. That's what it's for. Okay, sure. If only that was the previous fic where a hero was involved, that could have been even more awkward. This is ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand.
The sound of footsteps racing down the stairway can be heard.
Wait, I don't think it'll be a good idea if you left, Murray. Mom, there's a couple people coming over, right? Marathoth should stay here for when they arrive, and leave after they do. Chris is probably just with Dad. They're almost 17, I'm sure they'll be fine there.
I suppose you are right. Fine, then. You can stay for a bit longer, Marathoth. But definitely no hanky-panky. Marathoth is bewildered at Asriel's plea to keep him at the house.
Think...
Do not speak more, just go upstairs. Jesus Christ. Chris is 17? They could be. That's not an impossible age. You're in high school until like 18 or 19, right? So that's not weird at all, I think. Marathoth and Asriel go back upstairs into Asriel's room and lock the door.
Why'd you do that for me?
Chris would have blamed themselves for what happened if you'd left. Maybe they still will.
What now?
Let me show you something.
Asriel and Marathoth both sit on Asriel's bed. Asriel turns off Super Smashing Flashers 2, exits the strange webpage, oh, there is a link, and unminimizes the game, just in case. Oh. This isn't even the same webpage. What the fuck is this? How very, very, peculiar. Okay. A page... A page designed as a time waster. Wonderful. Thank you for that. That's very useful. There's always one guy in chat. You can read Wingdings. Someone, as long as someone's impressed every time I do that, it'll keep the fire lit. My ego will remain inflated. Who here can read Webdings? Not me. I don't fuck with that. I can't even read lowercase Wingdings. It's strictly the Gastery shit. Okay. Oh, Asriel is showing off the game. That's cool.
Whoa, did you make this? Wait, isn't that your mom? She's a queen. Then your dad'd be the king. The menacing flower there looks kind of like you.
Yeah, I made this when I was like 13. Chris added the whole me dying and reviving as an evil flower part, and they added themselves as a sort of creepy child that's my sibling. Kind of like how they are in real life. Well, anyway, I wanted to show you it because Asriel closes the game and plugs in a USB.
Yeah. This is such a weird like interpretation or a headcanon that like the game on Asriel's PC is literally Undertale, because that implies so much about like all these weird things that he would have included. Like it would actually be so fucking edgy. And like shipping his school teacher with like a random police officer. Like it would be really awkward if that ever came to light. And he made the grocery store janitor the final boss. Yeah. And kind of like ships his mom with him also. Sure, yeah. And then he has to deal with people on the internet arguing about whether his self-insert and his sibling self-insert were in an abusive and a romantic relationship for the rest of his life. That would be a great vibe, wouldn't it? Just reading all the Tumblr blogs arguing about that. Asriel closes the game and plugs in a USB.
I've been updating it ever since I went to college.
What the hell? Well, why? Your mom's still a queen?
Well, not to get all metaphorical, but I see it as a sort of display of how I've changed over my life. If I got rid of what I had before, like mom, dad, and me being in the game, it wouldn't be accurate. It's neat, no?
Yeah, but it's pretty nerdy, you loser. You got any headphones so we can play this thing?
Yeah, I do.
Asriel and Merithoth put on wireless headphones. However, Alex pushes his headphones up. Did I say Alex? Who the fuck is Alex? This isn't Yeek anymore. It's Asriel. Asriel pushes his headphones up and leans against the wall.
What are you silent for?
I want to give this USB to you. I hadn't realized it, but you've been there for me whenever I've gone through shit. You would, of all people, deserve to have it. Don't worry, I have my own copy back at college anyway.
Well, if you insist.
Merithoth takes out the USB and puts it in his pocket. Merithoth takes a deep breath in and out. He gets on all fours and quickly walks toward Asriel. What? They both put their noses and palms together and are blushing. They begin making... All right. You could lead up to it, or you could just write that they begin making out. That works. Those are the sound effects. On all fours. They're on a bed together. They're both on the bed, so that makes a little bit of sense. The two lovers stop French kissing, though they are still touching noses and palms. Is that the magnet pose? Didn't Mel also draw the fucking magnet pose for Asriel and Burger Pants? Hang on, I mean Pizza Pants. Let me try to find that quick. shit. I'm struggling with the Discord search. Bear with me. Why is there no autocomplete for the username? Fuck it. I'll search the Azzypants thread. It's probably pinned in there. There it is. Found it. There you go. Feast your eyes. That's another one from Mel, of the exact pose that Roy described in the fanfic. Who the fuck's typing emoji wingdings at me? They're so hard to read because the spacing's fucked. I hate emoji wingdings. This is very, very gay. Yes, a concise summary. Let's just keep that open as like a mascot for the stream.
Why do I always hurt the people I care about? I don't want to let go.
Quoting Undertale at me in this context. That's a low blow.
Azzy, you don't have to worry about that. Azzy, do you want to?
We can't, dummy. There are people coming over, remember?
Right.
For the relief of all the ghost children and goat parents worldwide, there was a lack of nothing happened for a page. Toriel knocks on the door. Who? Ghost children? Kara? Is Kara here? Alright. They didn't fuck. Confirmed. They did not fuck. Oh, the blunt art was also referenced. There's so much fucking Mel art that's built up. Mel has been going insane. Actually, at the end of the stream, I'll show off all the Azzypants art, because there's been a lot of it. And not all of it's going to come up contextually, so I'll just go through and show off all the art. Because some of it is pretty good. How many chapters does this have? I don't know. Chapter 3. The Outline of Familiar Faces. Honey, our guests have arrived. Get Merithoth out of here and go change. Get him out.
Oh, sure thing, Mom.
Merithoth exits the room and goes downstairs. Despite not having showered for about a day, Asriel changes into a suit. Perhaps magic clothing is more magical than previously thought. Asriel goes downstairs. Who are they meeting?
Oh, I'm here.
The Umrus of familiar faces. Yes, of course. Hang on. I'm hankering for a bite of cake. Give me a sec. Alright. I previously had my cake, but now I've eaten it too, as chat points out. It's not actually cake, it's banana bread, but it's like with chocolate chips in it, so it's basically a cake. It's really good though. Tea. Okay. Asriel is greeted by members of his fan base, but where's...
Oh, Mom, where's Dad?
I did call him about it. He just hasn't shown up. Neither has Chris. There's a knock on the door. Oh, that must be them. Mom opens the door and is greeted with both the human and Dad. No names are allowed. Who's talking? Oh, he was right. You were just with Asgore, right, Chris? The human nods. What's that you have in your hands there? The human walks up to Asriel. That was Asriel talking, alright. The human walks up to Asriel and gives him a golden flower and their knife.
Oh, I see. Thank you, Chris, but this knife makes you feel safe, doesn't it? Yeah, you can have it.
The human insists that Asriel keeps their knife.
Oh, whatever makes you feel better, Chris.
Asriel places the golden flower in his pocket. Toriel is staring at Asgore in a sort of pissed manner. Asriel does not like this.
Dad, you can come in too. It's raining. You'll get sick if you stay out.
If you ain't gonna eat the cake, no point owning it. Loser, says Outsin. That's fighting words. Asgore walks inside. Maybe the reason the ghost children were mentioned is because this is like diegetically Kara for some reason. Like we have the asterisks. Maybe it's just going to be revealed that Nera Kara was canon the whole time at the end, and it's going to be like, ah, yeah, that's funny. Asgore walks inside.
Thank you, son.
Asriel and Merithoth talk with many of the adult guests. Wasn't Merithoth going to get kicked out? I guess not. After a few minutes, Asriel walks over to the human, who seems to have company. Who else is actually here? Nothing's been specified besides, like, the fan base, but then also Asgore and Chris.
Oh, Chris, this must be the Susie you talked about.
You mentioned me, Chris? I guess it's necessary. I am pretty cool.
The human turns their head down. There seems to be a blue bird behind them. Oh, great. The bird marches in front of Chris and Susie. Ah, the world-renowned Azriel Dreamer, famous for not retransporting a book to 2591 Sidereal Days. How do you plead? Retransporting the book. That's How to Draw Dragons. Understood. Birdly put it in the weirdest fucking way imaginable.
You're that spelling bee guy, right? Birdly, was it? I'm glad you've started wearing pants now.
Fuck off. Unpronounceable string of characters. Birdly can't find his words against his greatest opponent thus far and hides into the sea of guests. Susie smiles.
That guy's a total loser, huh?
A deer monster pops into view. Yeah, Susie. After meeting most of the humans' friends, Asriel begins to see the outline of a wonderful friend group. It's the Umris. Yeah, got it. So this is like Umris canon, but post chapter 2 somehow. Fascinating.
It's Umrison time.
Oh yeah.
Chris, you've gotten to meet some great people while I was gone, huh? I'm glad you spent time socializing.
The human stares blankly. Asriel walks over to Merithoth, who's talking to who? To fuck you fire? Is that like Fred Fucks? Who is that? Who is Fuku Fire?
And then I said to her, Icy is real. Big Y2K controls all. You're not immune to propaganda.
Mari?
Oh, hey, Azzy.
I told my dad we'll go for a walk, but I actually just want to talk to you in my car for a sec.
Okay, let's go then.
Asriel and Merithoth sneakily walk outside and get into Asriel's rad car. Asriel seems to have something to say. You know what's so disorienting about this fic? What's so trippy is that like there's no or very little visual imagery. It's like they're trying to visualize the surroundings with no information is like very strange because it's all just dialogue. So like it could be a densely packed house party. There could be any assortment of characters in there, but I have no idea. I'm left just to visualize it with no help. Andrew said yeek? When? It's an obscure NPC in Yeek. Oh, you mean I didn't say Big Yeek controls all? Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Asriel seems to have something to say.
Mari, I've hurt so many people. People I care about. I go away for a year and everything seems to get better. Chris even has a larger social circle now.
Asriel starts the car and drives through the roaring yet comforting event of nature. What? That was like an humorous-ass sentence there.
You've always thought me as better than you. I know you have, even if you didn't say anything. It boosted my ego back then any time I thought about it. But the truth is, you've always been there for me. When we drove around town, when you helped me steal that dragon porno.
It's porno. It's straight up porno now, alright?
When we built that shed, you were always there. Why? Why did you bring me with you?
Merithoth was lost in thought. He stayed silent, but internally he asked himself,
what was I supposed to say? That I couldn't have done that by myself? That I needed him to support me? That he was the only person in my life that I hadn't screwed over? That my entire family hates me? That he's my only friend? That I love him? Probably. I didn't say anything.
That's okay, we have to bring up that piece of fan art now. That can't be ignored. I don't even know who made this one. Wait, no, give me the link, please. This... Someone on the server made this, or the edit. It's rather hard to explain, though. This is apparently a Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan fiction that is independently famous. Oh, Mel also made this, of course. Or the edit. But this original is from a piece of Diary of a Wimpy Kid fan fiction. which just goes really hard, independently of Azzypants. But yeah, you can, just let that soak in. Fun fact, I know someone... I somewhat know the dude who made this, says Doc. Okay. I'm glad we're well connected within the Azzypants community here. We have friends in high places. It is, like, unironically just a banger paragraph, though. It's hilarious. I mean, this one. This one is.
Merithoth, let's go to my college dorm. I don't want to be here anymore. I can't call this place my home. Huh. Ironic, given the name, right?
What about your family? They missed you so much, didn't they?
I don't want to. Well, what family? My divorced parents and adopted sibling? Yeah, sure, man. Whatever you say.
Asriel's weird in this. I don't like this Asriel. He's weird. This isn't from the Suicide fanfic. It's from an unrelated fan book. Wait, it was a Suicide fanfic? The Diary of a Wimpy Kid thing? I have no idea what the lore is. I don't know why you're being hit in the face with the Greg X Rupert panel. I don't know. Great, okay. Oh, yeah, in English. I was gonna say, I don't think he's called Rupert, but I don't quite remember. It was Rowley in English. They changed it in German, apparently. Asriel connects his aux cord and plays the song 499 by Jack Stauber. I feel like I should get the reference I'm supposed to get, but I don't actually. I'm like illiterate when it comes to a lot of pop music. Asriel and Merithoth are both silent for the rest of the drive. They reach the college parking lot and exit the vehicle. It's the dead of night. They both walk into the college and make their way inside Asriel's dorm room. Asriel takes out his cellular phone.
Mari, I have to make a call. You can go rest in my bed. Specifically my bed. Get undressed, too.
That wasn't in the fic, to be clear.
Alright, man.
Merithoth goes to Asriel's room and sits in Asriel's dorm bed.
Why am I endorsing this? It's better than my current living.
Oh, this is still Merithoth.
Why am I endorsing this? It's better than my current living conditions, but still, Azzy.
Merithoth lies down. As he begins to drift to sleep, you can hear a vague sound of Asriel talking.
Yeah. Tomorrow at...
Oh, yeah, tomorrow at... Really? Thanks.
Next chapter. How long this goes on for, I still don't know. I guess we could check. There's 5 chapters. Oh boy. Jack Stauber, weird YouTube... Oh, is he the guy... what the fuck did he do? I see them recommended sometimes, maybe? Or am I thinking of, like, what's-his-face? Bill Wirtz or something? Who, that guy? I'm not sure if I'm even familiar with him. I don't know if I know the guy. It's morning. Merithoth has woken up next to a clothesless Asriel. Great.
Azzy?
Asriel has a smug expression.
Howdy, this is still my bed, remember?
Alright, well, you scared the living shit out of me, dude.
Okay, man. I have someone coming over. Get ready for them.
Pizzapants is like unmoored from reality at this point. He's just along for the ride. He doesn't know what's going on.
Okay, man.
Okay, man. I've got someone coming over, though. Get ready for them.
Who are they?
Friend of mine. You'll see.
At long last, Asriel goes to the bathroom to take a shower.
Hey, Mari, join me.
I feel like the Asriel's Alex voice is slowly interpolating toward, like, weird Duke Nukem as he gets creepier here.
Hey, Mari, join me.
Huh? That's...
What? Come on.
Asriel and Merithoth carefully adjusted the shower head and dials. After achieving the perfect temperature, they head in. While scrubbing Merithoth's back, Asriel leans into his ear to whisper something.
Balls of steel.
Exactly.
Well, you want to know?
I don't think so.
All right.
Why is this so fucking weird? Why is it so weird, man? It's so weird.
You know, I've been having this dream ever since you came back.
Or is this Pizzapants?
You know, I've been having this dream ever since you came back.
Oh, yeah?
In it, I'm trapped underwater in some dark ocean. After a few seconds, though, I hear a strange voice. Says something about divergence of the path.
Mari, do you believe in fate?
I don't think I ever really thought about it.
I do. It's what the angel says, but how exactly does that even work? I've been researching souls, and I think our fates are set due to our soul's composition. If the soul you're born with has compassion, you have compassion for the rest of your life, and if your fate and actions are concrete as a result. But what would happen if you swapped your soul out for another?
Come on, Azzy, monster souls disintegrate immediately. You've been studying souls for a year, and you don't even remember that?
Is that what Asriel's major is? Like soul metaphysics? That's fucked up, man. What do you do with that degree? It's just two bros talking about bro stuff in the shower. I can't think of a worse vibe, to be honest. Like, your bro invites you over. He's like, yeah, let's take a shower together. And, like, you're not sure if you're in a relationship. It doesn't seem like Pizzapants is really into it. He's really just not into it very much. And then while in the shower, while your bro is scrubbing your back with a loofah, he starts whispering into your ear about his private conspiracy theory about, like, the composition of souls. And, like, There is no situation that is more awkward to walk out of than being scrubbed in the shower by your bro, as many people can tell you, and you're sort of just stuck there. Like, there is no polite way to disengage in that situation. You didn't start with the souls. He asked to fuck first. That's true. So, like... Yeah, okay. Just a very interesting arc for the conversation here. Ooh, boy.
I know. I just wish I was born with a human soul, since they don't need those things.
Question mark, says Pizzapants. Asriel and Merithoth both exit the relaxing shower and dry themselves off with Asriel's one towel. They go back into Asriel's room. So who gets the towel first? Or do they both go at the same time? Like, really, really awkwardly. They go into Asriel's room, and Asriel puts on a long black coat over white shirt and jeans. White shirt, jeans, long black coat. What is that? It doesn't remind me of anything immediately. Asriel replaces the human's flower, which was resting on his desk in his pocket, making a strange mechanical sound. The flower is mechanical? Wait, is Asriel supposed to be dressed as Gaster? Maybe? I don't know if Gaster wears jeans.
What are you so professionally dressed for, Azzy?
It's easier to clean. It's easier to clean, at least in my experience.
Clean?
Here, Mari, you can wear my comfortable clothes. Take Chris's knife, too. Throw it out later when we go outside.
Outside? Sure, but my clothes still have your USB. I'll have to take it out.
Huh, I'm glad you care about it so much.
This is inconceivably strange. Like, I have no idea what's happening anymore. Merithoth puts on Asriel's clothing and places the USB, the knife, the lighter, and a pack of cigarettes in his pocket. Strangely, he also puts on his work hat. His, like, pizza hat. Merithoth heads into the dorm living room while Asriel goes to the kitchen.
I'm gonna make some whole wheat toast with golden flour tea for breakfast. I want to bake a dessert for later too. I mean a dessert. You have anything in mind?
Shit, Azzy, I didn't know you were a goddamn chef. I can't think of anything, though.
Huh, how about a red velvet feta cheesecake?
Why all the feta? Why so much feta? Is it because it's goat cheese? Is that the joke? Is feta made of goats? Serial killer Azzy. That's what it seems like. Is this become like an American Psycho thing? Is Asriel Patrick Bateman? Is that the reference? I don't know anymore.
Whatever the fuck that is probably good, so yeah, go with that.
Merithoth sits down at the dining table. Asriel brings the cups of tea and toast and sits next to him. They start eating breakfast. I mean, feta cheese on toast wouldn't be that bad.
Azzy, I think enough time's passed now. You're more level-headed, so I want to be straight with you. By which I mean gay, but, you know, straight. You should go back to your family. You know, you mean a lot to them, you know?
That doesn't matter. Being here, I'm destined to hurt in some shape or form. Do you know the truth of what happened to December?
Des, was it? How could I forget about your daily ramblings, that dough bitch?
Jesus, Pizzapants. Important update from chat. My parrot is eating her toes right now. That's cool. That's neat.
Des, was it? How could I forget your daily ramblings about that doe of a bitch? I think you told me about her back then. She disappeared, right?
That's not the truth. Only the mayor and us dreamers know. It's why my dad got fired from the police force. Dad actually found her kidnapper running away with her, but when he went to pull out his gun, it wasn't there. You know where it was?
Asriel, okay.
I had it. Of course I did. I wanted to be cool with my own gun, just like the cowboys I saw on TV. And I took it from his uniform's pocket while he wasn't looking. Guess what happened? My dad informs the mayor, he gets fired, and he gets ordered to not tell anyone. And I never see her again. Isn't that funny? Just one action of mine, and everything I care about disappears. Seems he didn't even tell Mom until after I left, because of course, he wouldn't want me to be there.
Yo, okay. Some lore, I guess. Okay.
It's not your...
Didn't you say you wouldn't give me any pity? What happened to that?
Azzy, please.
I feel guilty about a lot of things, but I don't want to. I don't want to care about how my actions might hurt people. If I'm going to hurt people my entire life, isn't my guilt and empathy just a black stain on my soul that weighs me down for something I can't control? Well, that's why I called.
The sound of a doorbell can be heard. Azzy, are you seriously trauma dumping right now? Yes. Emo Asriel. The sound of a doorbell can be heard.
Ah, there they are. Right, they said they'd be coming around now.
Asriel and Merithoth are both finished their breakfast. Asriel gets up.
Come on, let's go get them together.
Merithoth stands up.
But what about you? You're not feeling okay.
Shh, we don't have to think about a thing, trust me.
Asriel holds Merithoth's hand and walks in front of him toward the door. A painting of an angel descending into hell is visible behind them. Oh my god, is that what this was channeling? That's the vibe this was supposed to be channeling? Jesus fucking Christ. I'm not even going to elaborate on what this is. If you know, you know. Otherwise, it's potentially a spoiler. Jesus Christ. I need another bite of cake after that. Holy shit, man. That's not exactly what I meant when I said not enough visuals. It was just to illustrate the apartment. The fall of Azipher. God damn.
Go on, Mari. Open it. You'll be the one to open it.
Merithoth opens the door. There is a... okay. Greetings. I am Kara. That's Kara, I guess. Actually, if I follow my own headcanon, Kara should have the badder voice.
Greetings, I'm Kara.
I'm Merithoth. You look like Chris's.
Asriel takes out an object from his pocket. Bang. He just said the word bang. Ellipsis. Who's speaking?
I wonder where the police force even got this kind of silencer. I didn't know a gunshot could be that quiet. Also, don't worry, Mari. The other dorm rooms will probably just think I dropped a cup or something.
Ellipsis.
Notice they look like...
What? Notice that they look like the kid in my...
Notice that they look like the kid in my name, huh? I swapped out the Chris in my game for Kara.
Oh, in my game. He just misspoke.
I swapped out the Chris in my game for Kara. I want to forget I ever left Chris, you know? It's easier on my head. Anyway, you take their body inside. I'll get the soul.
This is fucking ridiculous. Merithoth drags the body inside the dorm. Asriel absorbs the red soul and locks the door.
Oh, right, humans bleed. Well, I'll wipe the floor later. Here, I'll get a box and we can put them in. Hold my gun.
Merithoth holds the body for a few minutes. Asriel returns to his room with a cardboard box, tape, and perfume. Merithoth carefully places them in. Asriel sprays the box with toxic levels of perfume and tapes the box shut. It's as comfortable as it looks.
All right, you.
Asriel's voice cracks.
I'm trying. Right. I still have my original soul.
Asriel rips out his monster soul out of his body. It shakes violently and then shatters.
All right, Mari, let's take things to my car.
Asriel and Merithoth go downstairs and head to the car. The sound of lectures can faintly be heard from the building. Must be loud fucking lectures. Asriel and Merithoth place the box in the trunk. They sit in front of the seats. They sit in the front seats as Asriel drives to a remote side of the forest, and they both carry the box and venture deeper in. A familiar object is visible. Why is Kara involved, and why did they die so fast? It's a reference to something, but it doesn't make any sense. It's fine. Just don't think about it.
Mari, look. There's our shed. Let's just throw the box in the lake.
That's not how it works, Asriel. They float. Do you know that they float? The box is tossed into the lake. A light drizzle begins, and Asriel holds Merithoth's hand as they enter the shed for shelter.
Mari, I'm so happy. I don't have anything weighing on me anymore. I can't remember the last time I felt so carefree.
Asriel stands at the crudely made window, looking through at the melancholic heavens above.
I'm free now. This isn't my set path, right, Mari? This is freedom, right? I can't wait to.
Merithoth takes out the gun from his pocket and shoots Asriel. Oh my god. Due to not having both a human and monster soul, Asriel dies instantly. His dust falls onto the golden flowers he was carrying. Did Asriel take Kara's soul or not? I don't know. This is a great music though, very appropriate music. This is one of the most baffling things I've ever read. Asriel dies instantly. His dust falls onto the golden flower he was carrying.
There wasn't another way. I had to.
Merithoth lights and smokes a cigarette while sitting at the doorframe, trying to make sure it doesn't get put out by the rain.
Well, if I go back, it's not like I'll be met with a positive reception, huh? I guess I don't have a choice other than to, then.
Merithoth takes out and looks at the USB in his hand.
Despite everything you've done, I still want to see you again, Azzy. I guess I won't be able to, though.
Merithoth takes a deep breath and puts the gun into his mouth, pulling the trigger.
Oh, is that ammo? Well, it'll be more painful, but I still have the kid's knife.
Why is this so fucked up, man? Rory, why is this so fucked? I took a nap for 20 minutes, says Gasoline. I had a fucking, not exactly an epiphany, but it was close. I need to know if you've got offered. Would you go on the hot ones? Yeah, of course I would. Sounds like fun. I have no idea why I'd be invited to the hot ones. I wouldn't have much to talk about, but I'd do it. Chat asks for a content warning. I didn't get a content warning. I don't know. We're just doing this. Jesus fuck, yeah. I'm a clout demon. Of course I go in the hot ones. Ooh. Let's just skip ahead to here. Merathoth once again looks at the USB Asriel gave him. Aye. The knife, filled with Merathoth's determination to see Asriel, begins to create a mass of aeriform darkness. What? Before Merathoth can properly react, his body turns entirely to dust. The world, or at least the shed, was covered in darkness. I don't know, something's happening, okay? Jaru better get on to this, I hope so. We are in reference hell. I think this is reference hell. I think so. And I only get like a couple of the references so far. Okay, golden flowers are visible. Merathoth and Dad appear to be speaking to each other. Merathoth and Dad.
Come on, Mr. Dreamer. There's nothing good to eat down here.
No. How's Metaton's food? Doesn't he have some of his assortment of items?
Those taste like plastic. They are plastic.
There appears to be a golden flower standing outside the room, peeking at the two. Thoughts seem to be racing through the golden flower's mind. Freedom, a village, 6 souls. It seems like the memories of the other Asriel are slowly fading. Perhaps memories that do not belong in this world won't last long. The golden flower sinks into the ground and rises behind Merathoth. It's Flowey. And we all know what that means. Howdy! Oh god, that wasn't the right voice. Have I lost the register for the Kuna voice? Howdy! Maybe it's just impossible to say howdy with the Kuna voice.
Who the hell are you?
I'm just a regular old flower. Call me Flowey. I overheard your food issue, and I thought I knew just the thing to help with that.
Oh, really?
Flowey sinks back down and pops up in his original position. Yup, just follow me. Alright. I'm a bit unclear on whose point of view this is actually following. It might be Burger Pants, or it might be Asriel. You left for a few minutes, everyone is dead, and we're in Undertale now. I don't know either. I don't know what's happening. And there's nothing but dialogue. It's just dialogue. Flowey and Merathoth go upstairs. It seems we're finally home. Flowey goes to partially speak his mind. Well, I can't do the Kuno voice. It's just not working. I'll just keep him as the fucking what I was doing before, the Crunk Dukem voice.
Well, I know we've just met, but I feel like I've seen you in this place before. Strange, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got no clue what you're talking about there, buddy. Just, take me to your land of cuisine delights.
You got it.
Flowey and Merathoth travel through New Home, the core, and make their way to what appears to be an ice cream cellar in Hotland.
Here he is.
Oh, hello. Would you two like some ice cream? It's 15 gold each. 15 gold? I can't pay for that.
Don't worry, I can.
Flowey gives an ice cream guy 30 gold out of what can only be inferred to be his flower ass, and he and Merathoth both take their ice creams. They both go to a bridge and sit down, staring at the magma below.
Wow, this is the best thing I've ever had in my lengthy 19 years in this hellhole.
I do know you, don't I? You killed me.
Buddy, thanks for that ice cream and all, but I've still never seen you before, not to mention all that murder stuff.
Flowey and Merithoth both gaze at the crimson ocean in silence. And a bunch of ellipses. Is that not the end still? There's another chapter? Oh. Okay. It's kitchen. I see two lovers staring over the edge of the cauldron of hell. Did they both wish for death? That means their love will end in hell. I couldn't stop laughing, says Kara. What the fuck, Roy? What was that? What the fuck was that? That was like an actual dissociative trip. It's just like just phasing in and out of different ideas and references to other things and like just melding. It's like floating through a soup of ideas. They're all just like mixing with each other in strange and uncanny ways. Why does the ending line go so hard? This is a quote from Undertale, which is a quote from a piece of Japanese literature called Kitchen. That apparently there's a really obscure piece of Czech dialogue. If you check, I think, the royal guards in a certain state, that is the narration you get. This exact quote. I don't know like what even reaction to give after that. It was like fucking insane.